How's everybody doing tonight? You won't believe where I'm at. Well, if you read the title, you knew where I'm at. I just finished my 66-mile through paddle of the Pere Marquette River here in Northwest Michigan. Hopefully some of you will jump on here in a little bit. You're probably getting your notifications right now. The sun has just set. This place was pretty crowded because where's it at? Right there. Just barely see it. It's a little cloudy. But I just exited into Lake Michigan from the Pere Marquette River, went around the lighthouse and bypassed the Ludington Harbor here, came around the break wall and exited onto the Ludington Beach over here. I think it's called Stearns Park. Man alive, where's everybody at? Come on. It's 7:45. I am famished. I didn't have a proper lunch or a proper dinner. I was just trying to finish this thing up. I'll talk about it here in a second. All right, so here's what happened. This was supposed to be a 3-night, 4-day paddle. Hey Josh. Hey Tom. Yeah, this is where I'm at, the beautiful Lake Michigan. Josh Ebersol, you know this place well. Well, maybe not this place, but you know this lake well. You're up here quite often. So, let's back up. Saturday, I was supposed to have the meetup. There was only 18 people signed up, but I floated it a couple days prior on the Mad River, and it was horrible. I mean, I made it through without getting out, but it was not fun. It was just a boring straight shot of 4-inch water. Nothing to see except the green tunnel. It was horrible. And after I did that, I was like, I am not having some of my subscribers come out here, some driving from quite a distance, to float this pathetic river. It's not always pathetic, but it was when I did it. And I just couldn't see myself going through with this and disappointing some of you that were coming to that float. So I switched gears real fast and I decided to do a through paddle in Michigan because I had this Saturday morning where I normally go to Worthington Farmers Market, one of our bigger ones. It was not happening that day because I have a street fair that day. Anyway, this was in the back of my mind for about a month or two, and I packed real quick and hit the road. And 66 miles, beginning in the afternoon, I was going to need 4 days. No spooky things. Yeah, I'll get to that if I get a chance here. Hold on. So, I got started about 1:30 p.m. I made it 15 miles on day 1, 23 miles on day 2, and I was hoping to go about another 20 to 25 on day 3 and stealth camp on either in Manistee National Forest or on Michigan State land before I got to the Pere Marquette Lake, which is about a 2.5-mile paddle across the lake, Pere Marquette Lake, ACG, until you get into Lake Michigan. Here, I'm gonna turn this way so you guys have something pretty to look at. So my ugly mug. There's an awesome lighthouse out there. I paddled around that lighthouse and there was a cruise ship coming in, a small cruise ship. And that's why it was so packed out there. I was wondering why there was like 50 people gathered around this lighthouse. And the ship honked its horn when it went by, and I just missed getting it on camera. But I did get my drone up for just a little tidbit of it as it was coming into harbor here. All right, so I could not find a place to camp tonight. I started looking for camp at 3:30 p.m. Oh my gosh, salmon. I just saw the word salmon. Oh man, the salmon were freaking everywhere. I'm not set up to go salmon fishing. These things were 30 to 35 inches long. They're monsters, darting faster than I could even see. They were a little lethargic 2 years ago on the little Manistee. I probably could have netted some of them or speared them, but not these. These things were gun-ho. I could barely see them when they would dart by, but not near as thick as the little Manistee. Maybe the heat slowed them down a little bit. But my goodness, the fishermen. I must have passed 30, 40, 50 drift boats on day 1, 75 to 100 fishermen standing out in the water. I mean, it was just crowded as all get out, but most of that was in the private property areas. Once I got into Manistee National Forest, it wasn't near as bad. I did have miles and miles of complete solitude, so it was pretty glorious. So yeah, I couldn't find a place to camp tonight, and I just had to bite the bullet and paddle on out, and I just got done about 45 minutes ago. I still got to drag my kayak up. I'll show you. I'll walk over to my kayak here on the way out. Bruce thought you were doing the Mad over the weekend. Yeah. Watch the beginning of the stream and you'll see why I didn't do it. yeah, overall, it was a great through paddle. 66 miles. I absolutely loved it. There were a couple sections where it was just too crowded with fishermen and boats. Today was really bad. I passed a lot of motorboats when you get towards the section 3, they call it, the final 15 miles. It was really, really crowded with fishing boats with jet motors and prop motors. I couldn't believe they were able to get through some of that stuff. But yeah, water levels were down just a little bit from the people I talked to, but not bad. It was pretty good for the most part. My campsite last night was epic. I mean, top 10, I think, that I've ever stayed at on a river. You know, Colonel was arguing with me about how it couldn't be as good as the one we stayed at on the Osable River, and he's right, but we weren't on the river at this epic campsite. That was more of a lake, the impoundment, the dammed up area, which looks like a lake. But for a river camping, my goodness, this one I stayed at last night was just phenomenal. I think my thumbnail is going to come from that campsite, but I filmed the entire thing, filmed cooking all my food. It was an epic adventure, and so glad I did it. But now I am starving to death. I am tired because I thought I was going to be at camp with a full belly, ready to lay down about right now, or at least enjoy my fire. I was planning on going live with you guys around my campfire last night and the night prior, but there was no service. I was able to text back and forth with my wife, but I could not get online, or Marco Polo with Colonel. Couldn't check YouTube. I couldn't do anything. From Chicago, Gators Adventures. Thanks for checking in. So yeah, I'm glad it's done now, because I thought I was gonna get screwed trying to find a place to camp. I thought I was gonna be stuck in the middle of this lake with nothing but marshland all around me. Trying to convince Jordan to camp at Ludington. Yeah, Ludington. There's a Ludington State Park, isn't there? Yeah. I'm not sure how far that is from here. It's not near the beach, I don't think. I'm on the Ludington beach right here. The city of Ludington's right there. All right, guys, here, I'll show you my kayak real quick, and then I'm signing off. Go find me some food and a place to set up camp before it gets dark. Actually, that time has come and gone. Did the Mad Meetup. I missed that. Did the Mad Meetup fall through? Yes. It didn't fall through. I canceled it. I made a post about it, but I know not everybody's on Facebook. So yeah, it was too low. The water levels were terribly low. From where you're at? It's like 10-minute drive. Oh, okay. Yeah, man, maybe I'll go there tonight. They won't have anybody to check me in, so I can probably just go in and take a sight. I don't know. There's my kayak right down there. I was gonna go live right there at the kayak, but there's people everywhere. So, guys, I'm gonna sign off here. Any last comments or questions before I head out? This is a beautiful place. If you're looking for a place on Lake Michigan to come and spend the day or several days, Ludington looks like a nice area. The beach is beautiful, that's for sure. All right, thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm gonna head out and find me a place to camp and eat. And there definitely will be a video coming of this, but it's gonna be a while because I still have to finish my segment 4. Yeah, segment 4 of the Mad River. I about have that one finished up, being edited. That should come out next weekend, I hope. I'll do my best to get it out next weekend or the weekend after, and then I'll get to work on this one. Coming up that way to do some fishing. Man, there were so many salmon fishermen out there. Most people were salmon fishing, some were trout fishing. But man, I just can't believe how big they are. I had a little collapsible fishing pole with me. It wouldn't have stood a chance against the salmon. Maybe a little trout. Alrighty, guys. I'll talk to you later. See ya.